Hi guys, welcome back. Let's move further forward. So we had said that this is the outer surface or the inner surface of the ciliary body. This is the outer surface. Then we know that here on the outer surface we have what? The sclera, right? This is our sclera. Let me a little bit enlarge the sclera. Yeah, this is the sclera. At this point, the sclera is a little bit going inward like this, right? This is the sclera. This point where the sclera becomes a little bit rough part, this is called scleral spur, right? And this is a very important point. I will discuss it later. The scleral spur, what is the important point about it? Now look, inside the ciliary body we have lots of blood vessels, and from where those blood vessels come? Look, we had told you that if you look at the structure of the eye, right, we have the sclera like this. Inner to the sclera we have the suprachoroidal lamina. I had told you the suprachoroidal lamina, and inside this suprachoroidal lamina there are long ciliary arteries and short ciliary arteries coming, right? Long and short ciliary arteries. The short ciliary arteries will supply the choroidal layer, right? This is your short ciliary artery and will supply the choroidal layer, and the long ciliary artery, which I will draw a little bit thickened. This long ciliary artery will come towards the ciliary body and will enter the ciliary body like this, right? And this long ciliary artery, when it enters the ciliary body, it will make here a circle, right? It will make here a circle, and from this circle some branches will be given towards the structures of the ciliary body, and from here a branch goes down towards your iris that I will discuss later. Leave that. Look, what is this? This is our long ciliary artery. Long ciliary artery. The long ciliary artery enters the eye. It will pierce the eye. Look, I have shown it here. It will pierce the sclera and will enter the eye and will enter the suprachoroidal lamina and will go forward and towards the iris. So this is your long ciliary artery, and it will make a circle here. This is called major circle. What is this? This is major circle. I will discuss the minor circle also after some time while we discuss about the structure of the iris. Look, so this is long ciliary artery entering the eye through the suprachoroidal lamina, and then when it goes anteriorly it enters the ciliary body, and then this artery gives off very fine and small branches towards the plications of the ciliary body, right? So these are the small branches of the long ciliary artery which are given towards the plications, and through these arteries these plications take their nutritions, right? And these epithelial cells take their nutrition and will make the aqueous humor from them. So we are not going to discuss that aqueous humor, we will discuss it later, right? So these are the capillaries which go towards the plications. So these are called the ciliary sinusoids, right? These are called the vascular sinusoids or the ciliary sinusoids. So let me name them here: vascular sinusoids, right? And this area also contains some collagen fibers, right? This area of the ciliary body contains also some collagen fibers, and along these collagen fibers it also contains some elastic fibers and some cells also there are. So this area which of the ciliary body, where there are lots of blood vessels and lots of collagen fibers and lots of some elastic fibers also, this area is called the stroma of the ciliary body. So let me name it here the stromal part or the stroma. Right? So this area where it contains lots of blood vessels, so this area of the ciliary body is called the stroma of the ciliary body. Right? So this is the blood supply. Now one thing more which is very important, let me show you here. If someone asks the ciliary body is supplied by which artery, the long ciliary artery, and then we'll also know that here we have the extraocular muscles. Yeah. Here we have the attachment of the extraocular muscles. So these are the muscles, and you know that from ophthalmic artery the muscular branches come, right? The muscular branches of arteries come and they supply the muscles, the extraocular muscles, and from these muscular branches some branches will separate and will pierce the sclera and enters your what? Ciliary body. So this is called the anterior ciliary artery. Anterior ciliary artery. So there will be two anterior ciliary arteries like this. So this is your posterior long ciliary artery, and here are the muscles, and then from muscular branches there are anterior ciliary arteries from this side and from this side also. So anterior ciliary arteries, so they will also enter there and will supply blood to the ciliary body. The next important thing about ciliary body is that it has three muscles. Those are called the ciliary muscles. So let me draw here a very simple diagram to show you the ciliary muscles. Look, we will draw it where we have covered all the whiteboard. So let me draw it here, the ciliary muscles. Look, here we have our ciliary body, right? And these are the plications, right? And here we have our lens, right? And what are these? These are the suspensory ligaments, right? Inside the ciliary body we have muscles. Three groups of muscles are present there, and I had told you this is scleral spur. So this is your sclera and this is your scleral spur, which is very important point for the attachment of ciliary muscles. So look, these ciliary muscles are attached into the are attached to scleral spur. So one group of muscles will be like this, right? The other group of muscles in the ciliary body are the round muscles. They will go like this, right? They will go whole, they will make a circle here, right? Like this. So these are called the circular layer of muscles, right? They will make a circle here, and then there are here other group of muscles, and these muscles will make some fibers which will go like this. So these are called the radiating muscles, radiating fibers. So how many muscles do we have inside the ciliary body? We have three groups of muscles in the ciliary body. So let me draw them also here, right? This is the attachment, right? And here they will make like this. So these are the outer layer of muscles, right? Then we have the circular muscles, right, which will make a circle on the in the ciliary body. So this is the circular layer, and then I had told you that there are the radiating fibers, right? So these radiating fibers will go towards the plication. So we have three groups of muscles in the ciliary body. So what are these muscles? The outer, right? So these are the longitudinal muscles, longitudinal muscles, right? Then we have this layer, the circular layer, right? And these are the radiating fibers, radiating fibers. Done. My dear friends, what is the function of all these muscles? Look carefully. These muscles are there actually to to make the shape of the lens, the elongated and the rounded shape. Now let me show you here, friends. Let me make a lens, a very small lens, and also the suspensory ligaments. For example, this is your lens, right? And these are the suspensory ligaments. Okay, then we have here the muscles. So these are the radiating fibers which are attached to the muscle, and then we have the longitudinal layer, right? And then we have the circular layer of muscles, and also here at the lower part. Like this. So these are the muscles. Now look carefully. Whenever these muscles will contract, right? Whenever these muscles will contract, they will pull the lens. So your lens will become like this. The accommodation power of the lens will be enlarged, right? So whenever the lens is elongated through the contraction of these muscles, so you can see the far objects clearly, right? But when these muscles are relaxed, right? When these muscles become relaxed, so the lens again become rounded, right? Rounded. So you see near objects clearly. Now if you are looking at the near objects, right, your ciliary muscles are relaxed. So whenever they relax, they will leave the, they will stop their strength, or they will stop their pull on the suspensory ligaments. So when the suspensory ligaments are released, the lens will be shortened. So whenever the lens is shortened, you are looking at close objects. Now if you want to look at the far object, your brain will fire to the ciliary muscles. The ciliary muscles will contract, they will pull the lens, right? As your lens is a rounded structure, right? Look here, our lens is like this, and the lens is from all sides held by suspensory ligaments, and on all sides of the suspensory ligaments you have your ciliary body, and you have the rounded layer of muscles, right? Then there are the longitudinal layer, and then there are the radiating fibers. So when the lens is pulled, your lens will become like this, right? And when the muscles are relaxed, the lens will become again like this, shorter. So you will see near and far objects clearly, right? So these were the muscles which are present in your ciliary body. Now very important thing, what is the arterial supply? So we said that the anterior ciliary artery and the long posterior ciliary arteries. And what is the venous drainage? So we say that actually the eye is venous drained by varicose veins, right? So that's not important. Varicose veins we will discuss in the ocular blood supply I will discuss, and ocular venous drainage I will inshallah discuss. So there I will tell you, right? So this was about the structure of the ciliary body. Now I hope you have got some knowledge of the ciliary body, and see you in the next lecture. We will discuss about the structure of the iris in detail. So till then, Allah Hafiz.